friends, hello, hello. I hope you are all doing very, very well. I know it's been a little bit since we've seen each other, but today I'm going to explain why that is and where I've been and whatnot. Because a few things have happened, so always nice to share. Keep that relationship between us open. Very open relationship. No secrets held. Anyway. So it's been about a month since I posted the ghost video, which I really liked that video, and a lot of you guys said you did as well. A lot of new ghost fans. So welcome. I am to please with ghost videos. But yeah, the main thing that happened, I'd say, while I was away is that I graduated high school. I am now off and I'm gonna go to university. Yeah, so that's a pretty big point in my life, isn't it? So there's honestly no sorrow, no melancholy. I don't miss it at all. Like, a lot of my friends were like, oh man, is it weird that, I'm starting to feel sad about this? And in my mind I was like, yes, absolutely it is. Cannot wait to be done. So yeah, now I'm finally out and I finally get to go to university. And I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna have 3 roommates because the place I do it, they do suites instead of dorms. So it's gonna be a group of 4 of us, and it's very, very nice because the place, the resident hall we have, has a kitchenette in our suite. So we had a full fridge and a kitchenette. Like, it's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. And we all got to find each other, my roommates and I. So I think all of us get on really, really well. So I'm very excited to meet them. We already kind of have a group chat and like talk together. But I can't wait to meet them in person. So yeah, I have my orientation this summer. And I've actually never been to the campus of my college, which is crazy, I know, but I've been to the city, and it is such a lovely city that I was like, I need to go there. And that's not a lie. That's not like a joke. The city is why I applied in the first place, and then a bunch of other details went into why I chose my college. But they're kind of personal. Things that I don't know if you'd share. But yeah, so that was the main thing, I have to say goodbye to a lot of people because a lot of people are staying in state. And I am not. I'm going out of my state for college, which I'm very, very, very excited for. I've wanted to go out of state for a long time, and I finally get the chance. So it's gonna be a whole new slew of faces, and I cannot be more excited. I am the kind of person where it's like, you have the chance to start a completely new life right now. I would immediately take that offer. I'd be like, yes, please, get me away from everything I know. Like, let's just start completely fresh. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Starting completely fresh. I only have my roommates that I've only talked to, and like a few people that I've messaged on like Instagram from like a Meet Your Class website. So, no one I've met, only people I've talked to. But I'm very, very excited because, again, my roommates seem very, very nice. And yeah, I think that's about it on the topic of school. Yeah, not really much else to say. A lot of graduation. No, not even a lot of graduation parties. I had mine on the same day that I went to my friend's, which was really funny because I wanted to stay at my friend's instead of go to my own. So I was late to my own. sign laying on the ground and like hit the, like, you know, destroyed the car, but not them. So nothing serious, do not worry, just they were not able to travel. So it was a very laid back for mine, and the other one was like invite every single person you know and have them invite people as well. We're renting out like a hotel room. So that was much nicer, which is why I wanted to stay. But I spent a lot of time there and it was very, very enjoyable. And then got to go back to my own and just kind of chill with my friends, and two of them. And the other one showed up super late, so it was just kind of like me and my friend just doing whatever for a while. So it was actually really nice because I don't really get to see him a lot. He's very busy. And he's gonna be a senior next year, so he's a year younger than me, so I have to say goodbye to him no matter what. But yeah, that's about it for school now, I actually think. So summer, after school comes summer, and the first thing I did, more or less, there's like about a week in between, was I went to Paris. I went to Paris, France, and I actually just got back from that about like 3 days ago, and that was a fantastic trip. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe put like pictures somewhere like here or there of like the trip, just like mindlessly, or like pictures of when I talk about things. I don't know, I'll figure it out when I'm editing. But I guess I'll just do the play-by-play. So my aunt and uncle have been living there for about a year. They returned to their normal home in, I think, like end of June, which is this current month when this is being filmed. So they've had a ton of visitors, obviously, because, you know, if you have family in Paris, you're gonna want to visit them. And so I went with my mother, and we were actually the second to last. My grandmother is going right now. She just left today, and she is the last visitor they have before they leave. So yeah, my mother and I'm obviously very late, second to last people, but it kind of doubled as like a graduation gift or graduation trip, where it's like, oh, you know, let's go to Paris since we haven't yet, and we can just do it after you graduate, so it kind of like doubles up. So like, it was and it wasn't. We would have gone anyways. So yeah, that was really nice. So we get there and they live more or less just like in the heart. I don't really know like the specific like area they live in, but it was a nice little like small but enough rooms kind of like apartment-ish place. It was right above an antique shop, which was really nice. I'm so sorry for my stomach. I don't know why that happens every time I sit down to record, because it doesn't do that when I'm just lounging about. So, right, it was above an antique shop, which was very Parisian. And yeah, we just, first day, we get there and just kind of walk around Paris. Not too much. So I don't know if you guys have watched Emily in Paris, because I have not, but oh my gosh, it was like the only thing mentioned every single time, because they're like, oh yeah, a lot of the people we've had have wanted to take photos at places featured in Emily in Paris. And yeah, when we were there as well, a lot of people were taking photos at these places, because we were taken to a like cafe, restaurant kind of deal, and a lot of people were taking photos outside, and I thought they were taking it from like down the street, so I'm like trying to look out the window like, oh, is something going on, am I missing it? And I learned a few days later that apparently in the show that restaurant is featured. So I was like, oh, they're doing photos of us. But that was a very nice restaurant, and obviously in Europe 18 is the legal drinking age, so I had a lot of wine on that trip, and then yeah, not too much happened on the first day, just kind of little sightseeing things. The second day, I forget if it was the second day or not, but we did like a food tour, So kind of like walked around town to like a bunch of different places and like had little samples of food with this guide. The guide was super nice. He and I bonded over music, which is the only way you can bond with me. I'm almost convinced because I don't think I have any other interests. But he was really cool, and that was actually really nice. A lot of the food was very good. I had a escargot for the first time, which it's not bad, but as for me, I have one, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. It's just, it's very tasty. It has a good flavor, but there's something about like the aftertaste that's just like, wow, I don't want to do that again. But yeah, it's, I forget what they compared it to, but I definitely like agreed. I can't remember it now, but they're like, oh, it tastes like that, and I was like, oh, interesting, and then I had it, and I was like, yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah, I can't think of it now, but that was a really nice little tour there. A lot of walking in Paris, obviously. I mean, kind of any big city and a lot of the metro. And then, yeah, I think we just got dinner that night, which I don't think was anything notable. And then the next day, yeah, I don't think I can do a play-by-play. I just have to do whatever's on my mind. The tough thing is, photos are on my phone, but my phone is my lighting, so I can't use my phone for reference. But I know we went to a few museums, which were very cool. I can't really remember the names at the time because it's not like it was like a huge planned thing where it's like, oh, we're going to this museum today. It was just kind of like, okay, we're going to a museum, and then we would just like carry on with the day. So I don't know the names, but I'm probably putting photos of the artwork that I liked up on the screen. And they were very cool museums. Obviously, museums in Paris are going to be fantastic. And then we went to Monet's house as well, which was actually, incredibly crowded. Good lord, like it was hard to walk. But that was really, really cool. He had a huge thing for Japanese art, which I did not know, and his house was just full of it. So many Japanese paintings. But it's really neat because I have a few Japanese paintings saved on my laptop, and I saw one in real life that I have saved on my laptop, so I took a picture of that because I was like, man, I hope I see something that like I know. And then sure enough, and it made me so happy. But yeah, his house was really neat. I got a shirt that's yet to be washed, but it will be. And yeah, obviously saw the Arc de Triomphe, which that was a horrible pronunciation. I swear, I took French for 2 years. I was speaking a little bit when I was there, so please don't get on me too hard for my pronunciation. But the Arc of Triumph, went there, which was really neat. Went to the top. It's actually, when you get to the top and are like walking around, it seems a lot smaller, which is very strange. That was really weird. It kind of like I don't know, not an optical illusion, obviously, because it's not optical, but something akin to that, where it's just like, wow, this thing is so big, and you get up there, and it's like, this is actually not that big. That's weird. And obviously, of course, went to the Eiffel Tower. We couldn't get to the top because of like tickets were all sold out or something for the elevators to the top, but we walked to the second floor, which my uncle and I were kind of the only ones to just kind of do that not like effortlessly, but without breaks, because it's only steps. But that was on like the final night before we left, and that was really pretty neat. Except when we got to the second floor, my aunt was like, "All right, now let's have champagne," and I was just like, I can't put anything in my body right now. After walking all those steps. So that was pretty miserable. I had a few sips and I went to my uncle. I was like, do you want the rest of this? And he's like, I can do it. And so he did it somehow. But yeah, one of my more favorite moments, which isn't even like Paris related, but we went to a bar to meet up with my cousin, or like my father's cousin, so I don't know what that would make her to me, who lives in Paris for a few years. She's American though, but lives in Paris. And I'm Irish, and my family is as well. And so it's kind of like my uncle is very good at downing these things called Irish car bombs, and he's undefeated by any member of our family in it. And what an Irish car bomb is, it's an Irish stout with a shot of Irish cream and Irish whiskey, and you drop it in the glass and then drink it as fast as you can. So since I am now finally legally allowed to in Europe, it was my turn to challenge him. So we had 2 Irish car bombs and he beat me both times. But it's actually very delicious. It's like a milkshake. But I was walking a little funny after that. But yeah, a lot of great. We went on like a boat tour as well, which was awesome. The guy was Polish French, I believe, or maybe just Polish. And he was so funny. Oh my gosh, what a personality he had. He was hilarious. And that was really great, mainly just because of him. It was all just stuff you see on the day-to-day, but it was kind of like Jungle Cruise at Disney, where it's just like you go for the humor, not for the sightseeing. And he was great, and my aunt and uncle like frequent him. They could take a lot of the visitors on it, so they knew each other really well. I think they actually got it for free because they told him it was like the last one that they were doing before they left. So fantastic guy like that. And yeah, what else happened? Yeah, I'm kind of drawing blanks. That might have been kind of every main thing that happened in Paris on my trip. And then I guess it's not really related to where I've been and what I've been doing, but I guess the rest of my summer, I'm going to Salt Lake City in about a week for kind of like a conference thing that I won't get into because it's very personal, but I'm going with my grandfather, so that'll be cool. And then yeah, that's kind of the only other trip that I have planned right now, I believe. But yeah, I guess that's kind of been everything. Been making my music, of course. Like I said, only hobby. And I just bought an interface, which is fantastic because before that I would just put my microphone up to my amp. So now I'm still toying with it to make sure I have a clean sound because it's not like I really splurged. So it takes a lot more effort to make the guitar sound good. But it's not like I'm doing anything else. So I am going to make sure the guitar sounds good because I have pedals as well. I want to make sure that the pedals don't absolutely ruin the sound when I press on them, mainly distortion. That one has my number. But yeah, that's basically it. And my personal life is just the music. And yeah, it's good to be back. Even though I wasn't really gone that long, I have excuses this time. But me know what you guys want to see. And tell me why it's more ghost videos and why I should make them. But seriously, tell me what you want to see. I was thinking about making like new records of Accumulated. And I need to put in another installation of the Metopia series. I would love to do that. It's been so long. Even though no one watches them, it's a personal, like, baby of mine. I love that series. So, probably look out for that. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say. Unless I do, and I forgot it, and I'm going to be really mad at myself. But hopefully, that is all I have to say.